Hello and welcome to this week's social media show. My name is Jonathan Pollinger, and once again, I'm here to talk to you about, yes, social media. This week, we will be focusing on social video. So, a good place to start is what is social video? So, I would define social video as a short video placed on a social network whose aim is to drive as much engagement as possible. So engagement, very, very important when it comes to social video. And that's really its purpose, to obtain as many likes, comments, and particularly shares, because lots of shares can make a video go viral, as possible. And of course, if you are getting a whole bunch of engagement on your social videos, then you are raising awareness and hopefully driving traffic to your website, but most important of all, driving sales. So let's look at some tips relating to social media. Also going to look at some tools, a couple of handy tools for you, and also a case study to finish off, all in the next 10 minutes. So do need to crack on. Welcome to everybody that's joining in on the show. Morning, Helen. Morning, Mum. Great to have you here. If anybody has any questions at all on any aspect of social media, please do let me know. And excuse me, if you are watching the replay, you can of course post in the comments underneath, and I'll do my best to get back to you there. Okay, so let's look at let's talk a bit about why we're looking at social video today, because it is by far and away the most engaging form of content out there on social media. So if you compare it with text, you compare it with photos or any other type of content, video is by far and away the content that is most liked, most commented on, and most shared. And of course, a whole bunch of views as well. And this has just been dramatically increasing over the last few years. And it's anticipated that this upward trend of huge engagement and sharing with social videos is going to continue. So that is really why it's very important, if you're a business, to get involved. Also, another purpose of social media is direct revenue. So, for example, you can earn money, as all the main YouTubers do over on YouTube, by ads, by putting on ads in their social videos. But this is actually also possible on Facebook as well. So you can put in what's called mid-roll ads if you have enough viewers of your videos, and earn direct revenue that way. So as well as potentially increasing sales of your own product, you can also generate an income directly from videos themselves. Hi, Joey. Long time no see. Great to have you on the show once again. Okay, so let's move on to some tips. So I think primarily what you need to try and do with your video is to entertain, educate, or inform. Very, very important. Try and aim for one of those three things. If you're looking at the length of a video, then difficult one this, because if you are sort of getting across a lot of valuable content, or perhaps you're doing an instructional type how-to type video, then it might be sort of 5 to 10 minutes, maybe even longer. But it has to be said that videos that go viral, if you are aiming for a viral video, typically they are within 30 and 60 seconds. And if you're looking to use videos in advertising, which I think you should, that's another tip right there, then you're looking at around 15 seconds. 15 seconds is sort of optimal time for ads on video ads, using video with ads. If you're looking at format, a good all-round bet is to go for square, because square format pretty much works on all the social networks. However, if you have got the time, then it is sort of worth doing landscape for Twitter Slightly different size, but landscape again for LinkedIn, and Square probably does actually work best on Facebook. The exception is also true for Instagram's main feed, but the exception is actually Instagram Stories, where it has to be portrait. So very, very important that it's portrait. So then on the stories, it immerses the viewer in the whole screen because it takes over the entire screen. If it is portrait, it looks kind of like a bit naff if you stick a landscape video onto your Instagram, or indeed onto your Facebook stories. Morning, Lisa. Welcome to the show. Great to have you here this morning. If anybody has any questions at all, or if you're watching and you haven't said hi yet, please do say hi, so I know that you're there. A few more tips when it comes to Instagram. Do make sure that you mention relevant people in your videos, and also add a location. So those two things are particularly important when it comes to stories, because those are the only ways that people who aren't following you can find you using search and the explore features. So very, very important, if you can, to add location and @mention to mention other accounts. Also important on the main feed of Instagram, and hashtags are important across both. You can actually now follow hashtags on Instagram, so do make sure that you add the right hashtags, and that also applies to Twitter and LinkedIn as well, but I wouldn't actually bother about hashtags on Facebook. Twitter tip for let's actually look at the individual networks. So covered Instagram there. Facebook tip would be in the videos tab area. There's a specific videos area on Facebook. You can actually create a featured video, which is pretty cool. So it's like a large video that's very much front and center. Takes up most of the screen there. So if you've got a particular video that you want to highlight, do make it a featured video. That doesn't happen automatically. And you can also create playlists on Facebook as well to categorize your content and describe it as well. You can put in a description there for the viewer. And a tip on Twitter would be to keep it short. Twitter's limited to 280 characters these days. Was 140. So people are used to brief, short content on Twitter. So keep your videos short there. Thanks, Jonathan. Appreciate the feedback. Anybody just recently joining, do ask any questions if you have any questions on social video or any aspect of social media at all. And the final tip, which kind of applies mainly to Facebook, but in fact, two more tips, mainly to Facebook, but across the board, is use Facebook in ads. Use video in ads, particularly Facebook ads. And I'll come on to a case study very, very shortly. But also live. So like I'm doing now. So this is Facebook Live. Great to be able to do live videos. That we have the technology on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter through Periscope to do this. If you're going to get involved with live, I would suggest that you kick off with Facebook Live. Just got a couple of minutes left, so I'm going to whip through this case study and then give you a couple of tools. So this is a case study that Mick Dickinson of Buzzed Up, a marketing company in Bristol, kindly sent in for me. And it's basically a campaign on Facebook for a car dealer, ran over 2 weeks. The cost was £97 budget for the ads and £100 for the video, so £197 total cost. The video received 12.5 thousand views, so a pretty fair return there, 474 link clicks, and most importantly of all, the dealer sold a car which was valued at £27,000. So basically, return revenue there, directly trackable to the Facebook ad, spend of £197 and revenue obtained of £27,000. A couple of tools to mention: rev.com, which adds captions. Pretty important to add captions if you can to your videos, and promo.com, which is great for short promotional videos or videos that you use in advertising. A couple of questions. Joey, you might cover this already, but what are your thoughts on captions? Yeah, just mentioned captions there. Yeah, very good idea. It is time consuming, but use rev.com. Check out rev.com, not too expensive either. Lisa, we're new to using Instagram. What would be the best way to grow our followers quickly? Basically, engage with other people, I would say. So don't go out and follow masses of people, but follow people that you're particularly interested in. But most importantly of all, engage with people. So engage with relevant companies in your sector, local companies, and other people like that. So I think that's pretty much it. I've just hit over the 10 minutes barrier, so I think I'll have to do a separate video for LinkedIn. No worries, but that does mean I've got a little bit more time to answer any questions if you do have any at all. But if there is nothing else, just remains for me to give a quick plug to the Social Media Daily, which is a daily update that I send out direct to your WhatsApp, and this contains pretty much the day's social media news, really, but also particularly focusing on new features. And yes, social networks do come out with new features every single day, and I try and put a few insights and tips in there too. So if you just go to my website, pollingersocial.co.uk, you can sign up from there. So thanks very much for watching, everybody. And Mick was watching, great. Yeah, it is a good tool, Mick. I think you'll find that useful for the videos that you do. And thanks again for the case study. That's it for now then, folks. Next week won't be on next week. So in a couple of weeks, I've got a LinkedIn local event over in Bristol. So if you are local to Bristol and you want to do a bit of networking with other people on LinkedIn, Google LinkedIn local Bristol. 4th of February, I do believe, next Monday is. I'll be there, and my first LinkedIn local, so worth checking out. Okay, that's it for now. See you again soon on social media.